Hello YouTubers. Well, we're back at it again here this afternoon working on the old international paylogger skidder here. We're doing some more service work on it and continuing to get it ready. Seems once you start you keep finding more things, but anyways, all little things that need to be done and taken care of, so keep the old machine running for a good while yet, hopefully. So anyways, we're going to get right on it, so here we go. Say hello to everybody. Eh? You want to come and complain and make a stink when I'm filming? Come on, say hello. There you go. Okay. You too? Well, you come here. Oh, here's the other one. Eh? Oh, look at that. Oh, hello. There you go. Okay, so what I got going on here is this hydraulic cylinder here, the main boom lift here on my grapple here. See if I can zoom you folks in. That gland head there on the top here. Yeah, that big brass nut there. That's what there's a. Now this is a modified cylinder that we had, Dad and me had set up years ago. We didn't have a good cylinder at the time to use, except this old. I mean, it's a good cylinder, but it was not the right cylinder for this application. This cylinder is made to. It was actually like off of an old what they call a rocking chair hydraulic hoist. It's technically a one-way cylinder. It's made to push from the bottom, all the pressure from the bottom side. It's a very heavy wall cylinder. It's a 5-inch cylinder. It's actually too big for this application, but it was the right length and stroke. It was like 30 or 32 inches. I think it was 30 inches what we needed, and we simply didn't have anything, couldn't find anything. Nobody anywhere's had anything. We searched the country all over. I think we found one that somebody wanted an insane price for, off an excavator or something like that. So this is what we had, so this is what we ended up using, and it's been a pain in the arse or whatever ever since we put it on here when we first got the machine going like 25 years ago. So like I say, we converted this old cable machine into our own homemade grapple skidder, but we didn't have like I say, a good cylinder. So what I'm going to be doing is on that packing head there isn't an actual V packing or O-ring. What they had in these is what they call the old-fashioned, in a lot of industrial applications, they have what they call these graphite packing system under that. It's a jam nut. You lift that brass nut, and underneath there's like a V notch in that cylinder head, and you literally just wind a graphite impregnated rope or small string, and you wrap it round and round and round in there, and then when you get it to half or 3/4 full, you put that jam nut down in there and you turn it down, and it actually it works as a low pressure system. It doesn't work so well as a high pressure system, because what I'm doing is when I'm lifting, I'm applying oil pressure to it's a double acting cylinder, but it's made more as just as a return on the head side. I've made it work over the years. I keep every couple seasons I pull out the old the graphite packing wears with the friction of back and forth. What I did is kind of modified it and put graphite packing in the bottom, and then I super glue a small hydraulic O-ring, cut an O-ring to fit the size. And if you watch, there's lots of industrial applications. The guys do that now, and they'll cut an O-ring and or have O-ring stock. They'll cut it to whatever length they need to fit around the cylinder shaft, and glue it literally with super glue, and then slip the O-ring down, and then well, they do that in different glands and packing heads and stuff like that on hydraulic cylinders. In this particular case, it's not what it's really for, but I have I had that O-ring in there on top of the graphite, and then I have a dust shield sort of on top over that, or another old quad ring that I cut. So yeah, it works okay. I make it work for what it is. So anyways, we're going to get on it, and I'll show you here in a second when I get it opened up. Okay, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, graphite packing material, this is this stuff here. This is literally come on, focus. Camera's having a hard time focusing here for whatever reason. it just comes in a roll. It's a fiber. I don't know if it's a Kevlar or a polyester or whatever. It's a synthetic string or a rope or whatever, and it's literally infused or impregnated with this, well, with graphite, with dry graphite, and it's used in all kinds of heavy industrial applications, like in mud pumps and big hydraulic low, well, all kinds of different things, in the oil field lots and the heavy industrial, well, I think even in marine or whatever, like certain prop shafts and stuff like that. From what I understand, maybe I'm wrong about that, but I know it's used lots in pump jacks and stuff like that, and well heads and different mud pumps or whatever, like for these concrete pumps and stuff. There, you can get this stuff from literally like 1/16. This is 1/8 inch here. What I have, that's what fits in that cylinder best, and you can get it all the way up to like 1 or 1.5 inches, like a huge rope or whatever, like almost the size of this spool itself. So, like I say, it's runs the gamut for whatever application. So, anyways, gives you an idea of what I'm talking about, what I'm going to be putting in here. Okay, folks. I'm trying to get you set up here where you can see what I'm doing here. Like I say, there's this like a V-notch cut all the way around this this gland head on this cylinder. Now this we modified this cylinder too, because they had like a two-piece bolt-on head onto the barrel of the cylinder. I'll try and move you a little bit here. I'm trying to do this without knocking the whole tripod over, and I'm standing in behind here, sort of in the frame of the machine here. I'm trying to work at the same time. But anyways, this was had a different, like a casted head all the way around here, and it had like 8 bolts all the way around. But the problem is the bolts weren't designed to be sealed under high pressure. So what was happening is the oil was, as we'd put the hydraulic, because this is your infeed right here. So as you put pressure here in behind the gland head, the oil would push up through the bolt heads. We could not keep it sealed no matter what we did. So as a last-ditch effort and as a once-and-for-all solution, we literally cut a steel plate and then cut the part of that gland head out of that other bolted section and welded it to this steel plate, and then took and welded this steel plate, yes, a permanent fix, so to speak, to the cylinder barrel. Now, you say, well, how do you get back in here to change the packings in the main cylinder gland, like on the end of the rod? Well, on this one, interestingly enough, this was a very heavy industrial, old school style, and they did not use fiber or rubber packing. What they actually had was steel rings, a steel ring gland head, looked just like an engine piston. But they literally had five pressure rings on that gland head, all counter set at different places with keeper pins, just like a piston on a 2-stroke chainsaw engine type of thing. So very interesting how they had that set up. So we knew that the chances are that if the barrel would get scored or the shaft would let go, the cylinder at that point is done anyways. So it was nothing to lose, go all in, and that's what we did. We put it together this way, made sure that everything was clean, in good shape inside, which it was. It was like brand new. So put it all together with this and welded this cap onto here, and this has been going for, like I say, 25 years. The only Achilles heel to this is this packing that I have to use this graphite material in here. I'll get onto it here, and enough talking to show you what I'm going to do here. So anyways, all they do is take this packing material, like this cording like this here, and this is what you do. Just wrap it in here, and use my little handy dandy tire pick here. It's just a, whatchamacallit, I was looking for this to pull up the old O-ring and the damaged packing materials in here. You think I could find this thing? I spent 3/4 of an hour turning the shop inside out and upside down and looking in all the glove boxes of the trucks, and because I know I had just used it literally not long ago, and now I couldn't find the stupid thing. Look and look and look and look, and you know where I left it? On the shelf or whatever by the door in my house or whatever. I guess I took it out of had it in my jacket pocket when I was working on a project here a few weeks back, or a couple weeks ago actually, something else where I needed this little pick, and I didn't want to quote-unquote lose it. So for safekeeping, instead of it was at the end of the day, I didn't want to go back to the shop to put it away, so well, we just take it out of our jacket pocket and yeah, stick it on top of the shelf there or whatever, and then spend the next whatever looking. Well, I'm not going to be able to get 2 wraps in here. What I'm going to do is just do a wrap and a little bit overlap, and we're going to call it good at that. Now I'm just poking it here down a little bit. That's all it takes is just a little bit of material like that. Cut it at a kind of a funky angle so you have like a taper, like so. Tuck it down in there. And that's all it takes is just this graphite. That's it. Graphite packing. It's an old school. Everybody says, "Oh, that's an antique cylinder. You should get rid of that." Well, you know what? This antique cylinder has towed thousands of cords of wood out of the bush over the years, so I don't have to. It doesn't owe me anything, and it's still working, still getting the job done, and it's probably better than any of the newer cylinders by now. Would have been buggered up anyways after all these years of running. So, and then what I have is a O-ring here that like I say, I had help seal it or get a little better seal on it. I literally cut it to fit, or more or less it's just a little bit loose on here because I want it to expand a bit. So anyways, I put that in there like so, and then I have an old crusty quad ring O-ring here that I put over top. I might have to go get a proper screwdriver. I don't know, this might not actually go in here this time. I might have to just leave my O-ring. I see I'm running out of room here. What happens is that graphite string, with the friction going up and down the cylinder, constantly working, what happens, it kind of mushes out a little bit. This jam nut on here is a compressive, it's supposed to compress that packing down in there, but eventually the packing material starts to weep up or push out or whatever, and you'll see little bits and pieces of it come up to the surface. So yeah, I don't know, I think this other, I might have to just leave the O-ring. I was using this other as like a dust seal, this other old quad ring here on top, but I see I'm right almost to the top of my whatchamacallit here, so I don't think I'm going to be able to. Nope, that's not going to work this time. I'm going to have to take this old bugger out of here. It's getting pretty chewed up anyways. I should have found a different one. So we're just going to run that O-ring. We're going to try it. Sometimes what I've done is literally put the jam nut on here and turn it down to push the packing or compress it down in there, and then I can put that old quad ring that I cut there and set it back over top, and it acts like a wear deflector, so to speak, lack of a better term. But I just had a piece of mechanics wire here holding up this this jam nut here, and like that. That's it. And just threads in here. Yeah, I think by the time I apply some pressure, I can put my other ring back in there. Yeah, I know I should have a proper spanner, which I'm just using a pipe wrench on here, but I don't apply a lot of. I'm just going to turn this in a bit, like so. That's far enough, just to compress it a bit. And then we're going to spin it back out, and then I'm going to put that other old quad ring back in there. Well, let's see here. Sometimes I got to monkey with this for a bit, but I won't keep you folks too long here with this. Yeah, this other part of it is going down nice, and this part here is sitting up a bit here, but we're almost there. I think we can get it. I'm going to get this old ring back in here. Kind of sorry my hand is in the way. I know you can't see. This is hard. Like I say, I'm trying to work around the camera and the tripod here and not knock everything over, and just giving you guys, just giving you folks a bird's eye view of what I'm doing here. See if I can get the thread started. There we go. Yep, there we go. Good. I got it thread and a half to catch there, so now we're gonna just the last time I monkeyed with this, I think, was like 3 years ago, so sometimes it depends. If I get a real good seal, it'll hold and work incredibly well for the longest time. And then the next time, I might only get one season or half a season. I got to go back in or whatever and monkey with this. So with this stuff here, I was running out of that graphite packing. I had some other great big stuff that the machine shop got me, and I had to try and cut it down to make it fit, and it was not. I'm just going to work this back and forth a little bit here just to get this to seat. So I had a heck of a time getting this this last whatchamacallit here, and I went snooping around online, and I found a couple of suppliers that actually still sell that stuff. I guess we're an oil field supply company or something like that, and well, ordered up a small spool of this packing material. So now, for some odd reason, a lot of the manufacturers in North America are backing away from supplying that stuff now, or whatever. I don't know, probably some who knows what. It's probably been listed as a toxic something or other, or whatever, not allowed to be sold. I have no idea, but it's getting a little harder to find. You can find it online, yet people still have new old stock, and of course you can buy it from all kinds of third world countries where they don't have no regulations on any of this stuff. So who knows, probably over here the graphite is considered a carcinogen or something or whatever, on a restricted or poisons list or God knows what. But anyways, there we go. I think we're just going to leave it at that, because if you put too much pressure it can mush out the... I'm just working it in here, and yeah, I think that'll be good. That's it there. Good. We're fixed. Well, there we have it, folks. One hydraulic cylinder repacked, and hopefully good for another good run again here. So keep the old machine bumping around in the woods here yet for a while. So anyways, just like to say thanks everybody for stopping by and checking out this little video here of me getting on with my maintenance. I'm one step closer to having this old machine, well, as best as I can, keeping it going for the long haul here. So anyways everybody, thank you for stopping by, checking out the video, and as usual, you know the old routine. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, a like, share, subscribe. It means a lot to us small YouTube content providers. Anyways everyone, until the next time, take care.